I wake up heavy thoughts, moving like a storm in my head. Searching for peace, but my mind keeps replaying what's said. I call your name in silence when the room feels too loud. Trying to stand firm, but I still fall under pressure and doubt. Every step feels shaky like I'm learning to walk again. I've been smiling outside, but inside I'm breaking within. Still I remember you said you never leave my side. So I'm holding on even when I don't feel the light. Help me, Lord, I'm trying to stay close when I drift away. Teach me how to breathe when my strength starts to fade. I don't wanna lose you in the middle of my pain. Carry me forward when I can't say your name. I'm reaching with nothing but a heart that's worn thin. Still believing you can rebuild me from within. Even when I stumble and my faith feels small, I know you hear me when I barely call. There are nights I sit awake, staring at the ceiling space, wondering how I ended up in this kind of place. I made choices I regret, but I can't change the past. Still I pray for mercy, hoping it will always last. The weight on my chest feels heavier than I can explain. Like I'm walking through water, trying to fight through pain. But I read in your word that you heal the broken soul. So I'm trusting you slowly to make me whole. Help me, Lord, I'm trying to stay close when I drift away. Teach me how to breathe when my strength starts to fade. I don't wanna lose you in the middle of my pain. Carry me forward when I can't say your name. I'm reaching with nothing but a heart that's worn thin. Still believing you can rebuild me from within. Even when I stumble and my faith feels small, I know you hear me when I barely call. I walk through moments where hope felt out of reach. Still I found lessons in every hard thing you teach. People change around me, but your promise stays true. Even when I'm unsure, you still see me through. There's a calm in your presence I can't describe in words. Like a quiet assurance deeper than what I've heard. So I lay down my worries at the edge of your grace, believing you're working even when I can't trace. Help me, Lord, I'm trying to stay close when I drift away. Teach me how to breathe when my strength starts to fade. I don't wanna lose you in the middle of my pain. Carry me forward when I can't say your name. I'm reaching with nothing but a heart that's worn thin. Still believing you can rebuild me from within. Even when I stumble and my faith feels small, I know you hear me when I barely. I see my reflection and I don't feel the same inside. Like pieces of me have been scattered far and wide. But I remember grace is stronger than my mistakes. And every new sunrise is another chance you make. So I'm standing again, though my knees still shake, trusting every promise that your word won't break. Even in my weakness you don't turn away. You stay steady when my emotions sway. Help me, Lord, I'm trying to stay close when I drift away. Teach me how to breathe when my strength starts to fade. I don't wanna lose you in the middle of my pain. Carry me forward when I can't say your name. I'm reaching with nothing but a heart that's worn thin. Still believing you can rebuild me from within. Even when I stumble and my faith feels small, I know you hear me when I barely call. I'm still here, still learning, still holding on. Your mercy keeps me steady when hope feels gone. I won't let go even when nights feel long. You remain the reason I keep going strong. You remain the reason I keep going strong. Yeah. I was losing strength, trying hard just to stay awake. Every night felt longer than my faith could take. I kept quiet, didn't want nobody seeing cracks, smiling in the light while my heart was turning black. I read words that said you stay close to the weak, but I felt so far, couldn't hear you when I speak. Still I held on, even when it made no sense. Standing in the storm, barely hanging to your hand. When everything around me hits the ground, I lift my eyes. Even through the pain, I know you hear my cries. I don't understand it, but I trust your way. You keep holding me when I start to break. Even in the dark, I believe your truth. You don't let me fall without reaching through. So I'm looking up though I feel so low. You're the only hope I've ever known. Yeah, there were days I questioned if you heard my prayers. Felt abandoned like nobody really cared. Tried to fix it all with my own hands. Ended up more lost than where I began. Then I remember what your promise said. You give rest to hearts that feel misled. So I laid it down, every fear I hide, and I felt your peace meet me inside. When the weight of life is pressing on my chest, I call your name and you do the rest. Even when I'm weak and I can't stand tall, you remind me I won't lose it all. Every tear I cry, you already see. Every broken part, you're restoring me. So I turn my gaze where my help comes from. You're still with me when the fight ain't done. I ain't perfect, I made choices I regret. Carry shame that I ain't shaking yet. But your mercy found me in that place, didn't turn away. You gave me grace, I was drowning deep in my own doubt. You pulled me in, didn't leave me out. Now I'm breathing different, something changed. Even in my loss, I still praise. When the road gets rough and I feel alone, I remember I'm already known. You don't leave me stuck in yesterday. You keep leading me to better days. Through the struggle, through the silent nights, you still guiding me with steady light. So I lift my head when I feel the weight. You're the reason that I still have faith. I don't need to see it all work out, I just need to trust you through the doubt. Every setback had a purpose too. Even pain was drawing me to you. Now I speak life where I once stayed quiet. Even in the fight, I won't deny it. You've been good in ways I can't explain. Turn my sorrow into something changed. When I feel the pressure closing in, you remind me where my strength begins. Not in me, but everything you are. You been healing every hidden scar. So I'm standing here with open hands, trusting more than I can understand. Even falling doesn't mean I'm done. You keep lifting me, you already won. I've seen too much turn away now. Felt your love when I was breaking down. You stayed close when I pushed you out. Never left, even through my doubt. Your word says you restore what's torn, and I felt that truth inside my soul. So I'm holding on to what you said, even when my strength feels dead. When my world feels like it's caving in, you remind me where my life begins. Not in fear, not in all this pain, but in knowing I'm held in your name. So I look above all the noise I hear, and I find your voice still drawing near. Even falling won't erase my crown. I keep looking up when life falls down. Yeah, I'm still standing, not by what I've done, but by your love that never runs. Through every low, you stayed around. That's why I look up when life falls down. No. A-OK. Yeah, I was walking through nights I couldn't explain. Heart heavy, carrying more than my frame. Tried to hide it, but it showed in my face. Every silent prayer felt lost in the space. I kept going even when strength felt thin, fighting thoughts that kept pulling me in. Didn't know if you were hearing me speak, but I whispered your name when I felt weak. Hands raised, head bowed, I surrender it all. Right here in my broken, I'm answering your call. I don't have the answers, I'm just trusting your way. Even in the dark, I believe what you say. You see every tear I tried to hide from the crowd. I'm not strong on my own, so I'm crying out loud. You meet me in places nobody allowed, with my hands raised high and my head bowed. There were days I felt too far gone to return. Ashes in my life, watching everything burn. Tried to fix it on my own, I admit. Every step I took just made me quit. But your words said you never let go, even when I felt I was moving too slow. Grace found me right there in my mess, pulled me out when I couldn't confess. Arms lifted up, I'm letting it fall. Every fear, every doubt, you can carry it all. I don't see the road, but I know you lead. You've been faithful in every need. You heard every cry I kept deep inside, even when I felt too ashamed to confide. Now I'm standing here with nothing to hide, arms lifted high, letting you guide. I remember nights I couldn't find peace, mind racing fast, praying for release. Didn't think I'd ever feel whole again. Every breath felt like it came with pain, but your mercy showed up right on time, spoke life into this heart of mine. You reminded me I'm still your own, even in seasons I felt alone. I'm reaching above, I'm lowering me, letting go of who I tried to be. You rewrite every page I lived wrong, turning weak places into a song. You saw the parts I tried to erase, still cover me with unearned grace. Now I'm here in a different place, reaching high, seeking your face. Now I walk knowing you carry me through every closed door, let me closer to you. I don't question like I used to before. I've seen what your healing can restore. Still not perfect, I'm learning each day, but I'm grounded in what you say. Even trials won't shake my stance. You held me up when I had no chance. Both hands up, I'm giving you praise. Looking back at those difficult days, you were there when I couldn't see, working things out inside of me. Every burden I tried to control, you took weight off my soul. Now I'm free from the heavy load, both hands up on this road. I don't need to pretend anymore. You already know what I'm fighting for. Every hidden scar, every silent plea, you stay right there, never leaving me. When I felt like giving up my breath, you reminded me life ain't finished yet. Now I trust you with every step, even when I don't see what's next. Hands lifted, I'm giving you everything, every broken part, every offering. You turned my sorrow into relief, gave me strength when I had no belief. You stayed close when I pushed away, still called my name, told me to stay. Now I'm standing firm in what you allowed, with my hands raised high and my head bowed. I came empty, now I'm leaving restored. Every moment showed me more to go. This life changed when I finally allowed. Hands raised forever, head bowed.